that money that they were getting from him, and maybe the highlight of living in a luxurious place or whatever the heck, you know, someone like R. Kelly with money and wealth can offer these women. It could be now the shame from all of that, the shame from even getting sucked in to begin with. That causes a lot of them to be hushed mouth. Hi guys, welcome back to the Zebra Tribe fam. So yes, it's a different attire today. I just came out of the shower and I was fixing my makeup. I actually just filmed a quick little video for my beauty channel, but I also had a topic that I wanted to talk about on here real quick before I go and just get myself together. Okay, right? To come on here looking a hot mess sometimes. It's okay. I mean, you know, I just filmed a TTC video, just touching base on talking about what I do to get ready for TTC, for the TTC sessions. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? Okay. Rewind. Actually, just skip past that, scratch that. Anyway, today's video, I was actually going to talk a little bit about the whole surviving R. Kelly and the big old, I don't know, discussions that are coming out. People, all these women coming out accusing R. Kelly of all these things that he has done, and just the controversy surrounding it. Some, you know, some in support of, I don't know if it's R. Kelly or whatnot. It's kind of weird to know what place they stand on when I hear people saying like these women are coming out. Where are they coming from? Like, why are they just coming out now? And I don't know. It does ring a bell in my head a little bit, but at the same time, I'm wondering, like, is it ever too late to come out? And obviously, thinking of that now, I'm thinking how it sounds, and I'm not talking about coming out of the closet, but I'm just talking about, is it ever too late to come out and tell your story? Sorry if you can hear the baby down there, but I just wanted to touch base on this topic a little bit. So obviously, I just want to touch base on what I know of R. Kelly. Growing up, he was a very prominent figure in the music industry, and I listened to his music quite a bit back then. I'm pretty sure at some point I may have even had a poster of him on my wall. Now, and I loved his songs back then. Yes, I know, great, but I mean, he was a great singer, you know what I mean? Like, he was a great singer. I used to listen to his music. I used to love listening to him. But then honestly, when the scandal came out back then, the scandal about him messing with underage girls and the whole urinating on them, at first it was like a joke because I was a teen and everyone was making a joke, making mockery of it. But honestly, if you give it a little thought, it just sounds so disturbing. You know, back then, that's what kind of opened up my eyes a little bit to just his, I guess, his life. And not to mention his marriage to Aaliyah and the idea behind her being underage too. And not many people spoke about that, but so moving on to now and the allegations, first beginning with his wife, because I did hear before all these people kind of came out and they're telling their own story, I watched the interview with his wife and her sharing her story about just her history of abuse and what R. Kelly did to her and just why she didn't, I don't know why she didn't come forward and share her story. I'm sure she has her fair share of whatever. I'm pretty sure she may have struggles of her own as to why she stuck around. She did tell it to us, and it seemed, by the sounds of it, especially after watching that video in the comments section, it seems like a lot of people didn't quite believe her story or quite believe. They just think it's all about fame. It's a scandal for the money, and they're wondering like, why the heck is she coming out now when she could have came out ages ago? Now this woman has kids and she's doing her best to raise her kids on her own because apparently R. Kelly's not in the picture like that. Maybe he is financially, maybe he gets her money on the side. I'm sure he does. But at the same time, it's not, I don't think he's like a prominent figure in their lives like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't have an option but to believe this woman. And being a victim of abuse in the past myself, I totally can understand. I guess that's what opens my eyes to, or even my heart, to hear people's story and to be able to, you know, understand that they may have their reasons as to why they didn't come forward sooner. As to the many women that are all coming out publicly now, I can't say, I don't know what to say about that, because some people do jump on the bandwagon and it becomes a totally different atmosphere and story. But as far as just even his wife sharing her story and her history with abuse and what she dealt with, I think I don't know. I feel like it's pretty believable. She even said she filed for divorce several times and then didn't proceed with it. I don't know. It's hard to understand why women stay in those kind of situations, because it is detrimental not only to them but to the kids who are getting to watch it. Moving past her story, when I heard it, I kind of felt I want to say empathized for her. I felt sorry for her that she had to put up with that, but at the end of it all, what, didn't kill her made her stronger. She's definitely came out through the other side, and she seems so much stronger, and she's doing a great job in raising her kids. Now all these other allegations just popping up left, right, and center out of it just gives me like a flashback of Cosby's story. Just all these allegations, and his was pretty believable. I mean, you had very prominent, well-known people coming out and saying, yeah, he did this to me. And I can't imagine them really coming out and lying to that. Why would they want to even be tied up in the middle of that? I don't know. I don't want to be naive, because I know that obviously it could happen. People want shine, people want light, but it all seems a bit crazy. And so the many videos that I see circulating around YouTube, a lot of people are talking about like why these women are all coming out now. What do they expect to happen now? What's going to change now? I mean, I don't know. I don't know their story. I don't know why they didn't, but I'm but like I said, having experienced like abuse in the past, I know like that was something that I didn't necessarily tell to anyone initially, and it was stupid. Yes, I definitely understand it was a stupid choice. But I mean, eventually I came out with it. And the reality is it ever really too late to tell your story? Is it ever too late? Because had I thought it was just too late, I wouldn't have even shared. I wouldn't have even talked about it. I wouldn't have even brought it to anyone's attention. I would have just kept it to myself. Meanwhile, it could be wearing away at me, and I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be as strong as I am today in being able to overcome something that suppresses a lot of women. When you feel violated and used and abused in any way, you're just left to feel like complete crap. You feel like crud, like you are worthless. And who wants to walk around their entire lives feeling like that? Now, some of these women, like I know, obviously, being that I did, between my gap of not telling anyone and living, I still lived, but somewhere deep in my soul, this thing still, what it remained, and it would eat away at me at various times. Obviously, I still lived, I still smiled, I still talked, I still went out, but there are certain times, especially when you're watching a show and you see it, like an abuse situation pop up in the show, it's like, oh, it gives you like a little flashback. You're reliving your thing all over again, that very thing that you never shared with anyone, and now you're processing it, you're dealing with it. Meanwhile, everyone's sitting around you, maybe having a gay old time watching the movie, and you're the only one living with that hurt that no one else can understand. So, that alone makes me empathize with these women. I can understand or sympathize with them. I can understand where they may have had shame in hiding their story, and maybe especially after the allegations were put out there, and the fact that they still chose to go be with him, people are gonna have things to say. So that could be a part of the reason why a lot of these women live in hiding. They live in shame because, yeah, maybe initially that money that they were getting from him, and maybe the highlight of living in a luxurious place or whatever the heck, someone like R. Kelly with money and wealth can offer these women. Maybe they were blinded by that, and that's what sucked them in. And so after being sucked in and having to live the trauma and the abuse that they're now claiming, it could be that very thing that it could be now the shame from all of that, the shame from even getting sucked in to begin with, that causes a lot of them to be hushed mouth, and knowing that people around them are going to judge them, people around them are going to be disappointed, people around them are just going to be downright, mean and whatever because of their choices. So there are so many reasons why people might be hush about it, and it's kind of sad that our world, especially the people in social media, can be so quick to throw insult, throw shade, and just I don't know, be insulting. Like, we don't know these women's story. And so, to be honest, it's kind of like, I want to say, I guess I was going to say innocent until proven guilty, but then that would be more related to R. Kelly. And to be honest, I feel like he's already been guilty. So it would be a different saying for these women, but it's basically like, don't accuse them of being guilty of just you doing it for the money when you don't know them. There are many of them could really be traumatized and suffering internally, and we do not know. So who are we to judge and say their story might be fake? Let's hear it from the judge and let their story go out there, and we will, I mean, justice will prevail in the end. And if their story is false, then they will get what's coming to them. And if their story is real, then you can do nothing but feel for them and hopes that they can recover and move forward in their journey. So that's just my little 2 cents on this topic. I've heard a couple people talk about it, but I haven't gone in. I really haven't sat down and watched much on it. And I've seen glimpses of the documentary here and here, but I'm honestly not gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to sit and just watch the whole hour of this entire documentary of this man. R. Kelly always gave me like an kind of like a, not an ignorant vibe, but just like a, he just thinks, you can tell like he's very puffed up and full of himself. So he always gave that kind of vibe, and I kind of shy away from people like that. That's not my vibe. And so after a while of growing into myself and becoming an adult, I realized that it's okay. You want to go down? What do you want? You want this? I realized that I'm not a big fan of those kind of character, chauvinistic kind of character. And so I just kind of stay clear from that. So that his character in my mind kind of just died down, and therefore his music kind of died down with it, because I mean, I grew up and I started walking more in my faith. So a lot of things, people might look at me and think, oh, you're kind of a bore, but to be honest, I'm just doing my best to walk the walk, and I try to leave certain things behind that are not conducive to me, my health, my family, or my lifestyle. So I bid R. Kelly's music and CD goodbye ages ago. I mean, if I hear it every now and again, like I'm here bobbing to it just because that's me. I love songs, I love music, and if I hear music, I generally sing along to it. But in terms of the words and the meaning and whatever he's saying, a lot of them don't have any significance to me, and it's I don't want to support people that are out there doing wrong. Like, nobody wants to be supporting him if he's going to be out there doing all types of crap and abusing women. And what message is he sending to the young men in America? I wanted to say young black men, but then that's a whole other topic. I feel like it's just young men in general, but of course we're talking young black men as well, because they look up to these guys. They look up to those that have made it. They look up to those that have made it and are successful and have come out of the ghetto and come out of the whatever. And so they look at these people as like idols. And a lot of the younger guys growing up idolizes these guys and aspire to be like them, to be successful like them. And so it's a terrible example that he is setting for young black American men. And it's really sad. So that's my take on it. Sorry I came at y'all like this, half put together. I'm trying to fix my face, but the baby is awake, as you can see. And so that's why I figured, you know what, since she's awake, let me take this minute and talk to y'all real quick, and then after I'll try to fix my makeup at some point. I'm not going anywhere, so it's not a big deal to me at the current moment, but that's my thought. Comment down below and let me know, what is your thought on this whole surviving R. Kelly business? I mean, let me know. What's your take on it? Do you believe it? Do you think these women coming out is hey, don't put that in your mouth. Thank you. Do you think these women coming out is I don't know, is wrong? Or are you or do you think it's too late? Like, I'm not going to pick sides. I want to hear your opinions, and your opinion is what it is. Simply that. I've got my opinion and you've got yours. And, if whatever you have to share, that's, like I said, we're just going to keep it as that. I'm not going to come for anyone, and I don't expect anyone to come for me. Just sharing my 2 cents on the topic. So Hope you guys enjoyed my little session. If you guys like to hear me talk more on certain things, definitely comment down below and ask, and I will do my little chit chat moments, because I really do enjoy delving into some of these topics. And yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. Share this video on your Facebook, on any platform that you have. Like I said, we're on a road to 10,000, so definitely help our channel to get there, as well as sharing this video so other people can hear what I have to say on this matter, because you know, I feel like it's some valued stuff. So thanks for watching again, guys, and much love. Bye.
Hi guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. Subscribe.